And we are live. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now live with Max and Larry. So grateful that you have joined us here. We have Patches here, and we are anticipating Crypto Lounge. We don't know, he might be having a technical issue, Michael from Crypto Lounge. So hopefully he'll join us in a little bit. But we are grateful that you are all here. I do have a gratitude rock that shows it. And Max, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to having Michael, the Crypto Lounge, here with us, hear what he has to share with us. And of course, we are going to get into a few topics tonight, some quant coverage for you guys, of course, XRP and so on, and also recognizing what has recently been mentioned by Jerome Powell and the Fed.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's always he comes out kind of like the groundhog. The old man comes out of the cave, and it's always good to at least highlight what he talks about. But I wouldn't recommend watching the Federal Reserve Chairman because he might make you fall asleep unless you're having trouble sleeping. Oh, actually, here's Michael. He's just joining us right now. Let's bring him into the stream. Welcome, Michael. Michael from Crypto Lounge. How are you doing this evening?
How's it going?
Good. Glad to see you. I know it's been a long time coming. We were trying to match up schedules, and we're so grateful that you decided to join us today and you were able to fit into your schedule. And we're looking forward to a great show. But yeah, so you're doing good and everything?
Yeah, no. I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, you got a little football going on, but just an average day. Checking out some crypto stuff earlier. Not bad though. How about yourself?
Oh, we're doing great. Max and I have been grinding hard. We've been making a lot of videos. Max has been doing great with Quant videos and XLM and the other ISOs.
Yeah.
And then if you guys are not familiar that are watching from home, by the way, we're going to get to your comments very shortly. Thank you for all joining us. If you would hit the like button. But we want to welcome our guest here, Michael from Crypto Lounge. And this is his channel up on the screen, Crypto Space Lounge. You're almost at the 1,000 mark, so that's a big milestone coming up for you.
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah,
cool. So you do a lot of updates on MetaMonkey AI, of course, and it looks like you talk a little bit about XRP and FTX. So more like what's going on in the world of crypto, like general crypto news. Is that how you would characterize your channel?
Yeah. I try to move. I don't try to skip around too much, but I try to touch on the hot topics, do a little news, do some project spotlights, and things of that nature. Okay. A lot of MetaMonkey AI.
Cool. Yeah, I saw that you have like now when do you have a set time for your MetaMonkey AI live shows? Is it a certain day?
Now that it's kind of random because of my work schedule. I am over the road. I do line haul, but I'm a truck driver overnight. I do twilight haul. So most of the time when I'm working, I'm sleeping during the day and driving at night. So cool. It's kind of random,
Okay, good stuff. All right. Well, we're going to bring Max in here in a second, but before we do that, let's just say hello to our beautiful audience. We've got Malik. Hey guys, can you check Bull Run Life, BRL? Oh, Steve Rocket Crypto is the founder. Okay, so Steve, we're familiar with him from Saitama, so we'll have to look into it. Max will put it on his list. Max, I guess if you want to check that out at some point offline, I guess we can, and maybe we could talk about it next time.
Sure.
All right, cool. Thank you. And then Eddie T says, "What's up? Smash the like button, sub, share the stream." Yes, you guys can share it on Twitter, social media, Facebook. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk is here. What's up, CTN family? Tim Shea says, "Hey, he has it almost. I think he's got a patent, or maybe but not a patent. He's got a trademark pending for that, right?" For Tim Shea says, "Hey, he should have we should have a T-shirt that says Tim Shea says, hey." All right. Grizzly Bear Greg is here. Hey guys, so nice to be here with you. Looking forward to a great conversation.
Good to have you. Good to have everybody here, especially you, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. Didn't have a chance to mention it yet. So
absolutely, man. How's it going, Max?
Going pretty well. We've been doing pretty well the last few days in regards to our live show. And then on top of that, even some people that I gave shout outs to because they used their particular clips in our highlights for Quant and so on. Shout out to Quant Papa. He followed me back and so on. So, I mean, just it's nice to recognize other people and then also get recognition back. But if anything, I think we're gonna have a great show. We're always waiting for a few of the late stragglers, if you will, because they come up from other shows and whatnot. But just want to say we really appreciate you being here tonight and everybody here tonight as well. We will definitely get into the show here in a bit. I know Larry's just kind of getting through some comments and so on.
All right, good stuff. Let's just go through and see who else is here. Miss Mentalek. Mentalek, welcome back. He says, how is everyone doing? Welcome to Brian Dowie, of course, is here. He says, what's up, guys? Brittany is back. Happy Thursday to everybody. Thank you for being here, Brittany. Let's see who else is here. Grizzly Bear Greg. We cannot see the star of the show, Patches. Yeah, he's taking a nap. He's being a little shy right now or something. He's just in his own little world.
So I don't know if anybody saw, but I have my settings completely reset. So my P on my hat was like flickering really bad. But after the show, Larry, I'm gonna get with you and see that thing to the right where it gives that VHS, that's Betamax feel, the retro feel. Help you, filter that out as well.
Yeah, I don't know why. You know what I think it is, Max? You guys can't see it, but there's like I have like a hanging fluorescent light over Patches, and there's what it is I think it's the electric cord that goes. So I have to maybe kind of like somehow reposition it up on the ceiling, and then because the cord,
you don't have to worry about it, man. There's a setting on here that we just take it off. It'll be no big deal. But yeah, I just figured out with my hat. I was like, why is my Portland P flickering so bad? Just fixed it. So yeah.
I did see this news, Brian Dowie, that Top G Andrew Tate was arrested. I do not know. I'm going to remain neutral. Yeah, I do not know if he was involved in the human trafficking or not. I mean, I'll reserve judgment on that until we get more facts. But yeah, I did see that he was arrested. Did you guys see that also?
I saw it. There's this thing about it, for instance, that people are like, well, was he really in Romania? And I guess the authorities took like a bark or one of those QR codes from the pizza place and verified that was really like a place that was in Romania, and they were like, yeah, you really are here, and they pinpointed his location or whatever. And then that was literally like an hour or two before you saw reports of him being arrested. But yeah, I'm gonna reserve my thoughts, and I'm gonna be reserved on that too, because I mean we don't know for sure if he really did it or not. So it's one of those things.
Yeah, we don't really know. I don't like to really give an opinion on things until I know all the facts. But yes, I agree with Max on that one.
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Unless it's Sweet Caroline, bomb. Anyway,
Daniel, don't call me Carlos Delgado is here. Hola, Mingente. Hey, I gotta ask you this, Michael. I see that little thing there. Is that something that freshens the air? It's kind of like intriguing. It's kind of getting my attention there.
The diffuser.
Yeah. Is that like
essential oils? That's what that is.
Oh, okay, cool stuff. So is it kind of like it's like a relaxing?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
man, I gotta get some of that, man. You gotta let me know. Do we get out from Amazon or just like local place? Okay.
You can go local, but I got it from Amazon.
Cool, man.
So you got a really good setup there. You got a good microphone, and a lot of your videos are well done. Like from a technical standpoint, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Cool stuff. All right, so let's see. Brian Dowie is saying, Max, that XRP XLM video was fire. How about that?
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I want to do ones. I was talking to Larry, just specifically like one that's just XLM. As you guys know, when it comes to community-driven news for XLM specifically, that is hard to come by because there's just not a lot of that. But I'm going to try that much harder to get that. But yeah, I do appreciate it. Shout out to Mike Cornwell, who provided some of that research, and went ahead and gave him a shout out in regards to that. The Harvard connection, those particular patents with Visa. This is how we get crazy crypto adoption that we're all hoping and dreaming for. This is not somebody just pulling it out of thin air and saying, to the moon. It's like, no, you got to take some of the deep dives. And if anything, I think people do appreciate it. So thank you so much, Brian, for recognizing that. And of course, shout out to Mike Cornwell. But I'll kick it back to you guys.
I'm going to ask you, Max, if you could take over the show just momentarily. I have a call coming in from a family member. It might be an emergency. So if you would just go through the comments. Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. I just got to call this person back from my family.
Sure, no problem. You guys got to keep him on. Larry's dealing with an issue with his family member who We got some bad news, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So totally understandable. Well, if anything, we're gonna kick it a little bit more into the comments. I do see we have about 26 people here so far. We're doing really well the last few days in regards to our live show. So really appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, I have this wonderful gentleman here sitting below in the frame. It's Michael from the Crypto Lounge. And if anything, we did give him a plug earlier in regards to his specific channel and so on. Let's see where Larry last left off with the comments. Let me see where that was. Hopefully he has a highlight. Yes, he does. You guys are saying hello to each other. That's good. By the way, hello, Daniel Delgado. If I didn't say hello to you guys before, all you guys, if I missed a name, I really apologize. Eddie T, Brian Dowie, all you guys. Mr. Dr. Professor Reverend Shaman said, it reminds me of an old Pharaoh Monch record or track back in the day, early 2000s. I don't know if you listen to Pharaoh Monch, Michael. Yeah,
yeah.
Simon says.
Yeah, you know what?
Good.
I heard you talking about
a
lot of that old school. Yeah. I'm very familiar. Yeah.
So Shaman says, get the. Never mind. All right. All right. Let's see here. Wrong account. Okay. Well, you're on a good account. Whatever account you guys want to be in, that's fine. Yes, Volt Enu, seriously, yes, it is not ISO talk now, despite popular belief. But anyway, good to see you, Cool Cat Crypto. On top of that, we got Coochie Boy in the house. Thank you for being here. And everyone's just kind of giving each other welcome. Let me see if we have any particular questions or comments. I will point this one out because I love this. So, Crypto Commissioner, aka Tim Shea, he basically is the Crypto Commissioner when it comes down to it.
Yeah. Tim's everywhere.
Yeah, he really is.
He is everywhere.
Yeah, Coochie, some of these other guys are very, very active in the space as well.
Yeah.
Coochie Boy is very active in Twitter. I see Brian Dowie, you're on a lot of different shows. Selmo Fudd, I don't know if he's here tonight, but I see a lot of you guys, you're very, very active, and that's really, really cool. Welcome back, Larry. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm gonna kick it back to you, man.
Yeah, I was just getting an update on my cousin Tom. So yeah, he fell the other day. He did not need the surgery, but he's doing a little bit better. He's able to acknowledge people, like nodding his head right now, but he's not talking right now. So hopefully he's going to be okay. I was just getting an update from a family member. But yeah, thank you for covering for me. Back into the show. Yeah, today I stopped over at 2-Bit Crypto's show, and I saw a bunch of people in there that are in here now. So it's cool stuff how all the communities are tied together. And I'm sure that Michael sees a lot of the same familiar faces on his show that's on ours here.
Yeah, no, I love the way everybody's supporting everybody. You really see it. It's kind of growing. I see a lot of people in there. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, he got swatted. Have you guys heard of that thing? So
who is this? I don't recognize the name.
Andrew Tate. He's like a online personality. He's big on TikTok and stuff. He talks a lot about
he's in mixed
martial
arts too.
I don't know how to really describe. How would you describe Andrew Tate, Max?
He gets a lot of people say he's like male chauvinist, but in reality, I just think he kind of tells it how it is, in my opinion. But he's a UFC fighter. I guess that's originally.
Oh yeah, he was a former kickboxer. Yes.
Yeah.
He's retired now. Yeah.
But there was talks about him kind of like coming out of retirement, do a few fights and so on. But yes, I mean, in the current time speaking, I mean he's a big social media personality. Yeah.
Yep.
It says he got swatted. That's not good.
Yeah, have you guys heard about that?
That's not good.
You know about getting swatted and everything? Yeah. Not good. That's what happened to BitBoy. It happened to BitBoy Crypto too. He got swatted.
Yeah, I read a little bit about that. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Nobody wants to get swatted. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not good.
Brian Dowie says, "Sweet Caroline with the power steering." Welcome to Sabo. Sobo. Sobo is here. Hey everyone.
Let's see Sobo.
Thank you so much. Shaman Says is back. Larry, Max, Michael, the Crypto Lounge, saying hello to everybody. And Russell C, do you guys like MetaMonkey AI? Well, I'll let Michael answer that first since he's currently covering it. Go ahead if you want to give us what's your take on MetaMonkey AI, Michael?
Well, yeah, I love it. It's multidimensional. And for me, the blockchain side of it, and of course, the way it's going to attract e-commerce into those malls, into the metaverse. But the blockchain, the tech, the SAM tech that's Very, very intuitive. It's proprietary. I love it, man. I love it. It's gonna. Well, I'm not gonna, go give you any moon talk or anything, but I mean, the literature is on the site if you want to really do your own research, because we preach that, right? Check it out. It's really cool. It's really cool. There's a lot going on with MetaMonkey.
So I'll just say this about MetaMonkey. So yes, I am a fan of MetaMonkey AI. I still have a bag of it. In fact, here's a fun fact. We were actually the first channel here at CTN to actually talk about MetaMonkey AI. So, but I haven't been keeping up with it, but I still, I'm still rooting for its success. And I think it's a good collection of products. The technology is good, and we'll have to see what happens. I think it's a long-term play. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Look at this. We've got a super chat that just came in, I think. Let me just mark this. Oh, look at that. It's the same person who was here yesterday. Wes R.A. Thank you so much again for another $5 donation. Will the crypto bull run begin when the new ISO 222 compliance is implemented next year? Well, I'll let Max grab that one there.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And, Wes, by the way, thank you for being here 2 days in a row. Shout out to you. I'm always really, really happy to see new people come from either the recorded or into the live, or if you just stumbled across the show and so on. So thank you so much for the super chat for one. But to answer the question, yes, I full-heartedly believe that we'll get what is referred to as a utility run. We never had a real true utility run before. Well, why? Because we didn't have these particular technologies basically fully developed, if you will. Or, for instance, the adoption from the financial sector is basically onboarding all this. With that ISO 222 mandate that's going to happen on March 20th of 2023, in my humble opinion, that's going to start what is referred to as the utility run. Be out on the lookout for especially XRP, XLM, and even Quant in that regard. But definitely XRP, XLM, I think that is what starts and triggers all this. We will see insane volume. And on top of that, that'll get this utility run going. And then from there, we'll get some of these other ones, like, for instance, ALBT. It'll just, you'll see a lot of that particular utility start kicking in and so on. And that will start, in my humble opinion, the actual bull run. And the reason for it is, if you look into it for yourself, it simply makes sense. And here on our recorded content, we cover a lot of these specifics. We take deep dives into it and so on. So yes, to answer the question, Wes, I do full-heartedly believe that. Some people, of course, disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm all for getting back to what this country used to be great in, and that is to agree to disagree. That's a problem that we have in the modern era, but I'm cool with that. I'm basing a lot of things on data, and on top of that, keep in mind there's a difference between the start of a bull run and all-time highs. So if all-time highs is your idea of a bull run, then I guess that's basically where we would have a conflict. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And thanks again for being here. And I'm glad you have a custom avatar to the moon, Wes. Yes, to the moon.
Yeah, I look at it this way. The ISO 222s, I like the way Max is terming it, a utility run. Because when the bull run, you're thinking traditionally in crypto, there's a lot of things that people invest in that don't have a whole heck of a lot of utility, but still make people money. But, people are kind of looking for things that have utility. There's obviously 22,000 cryptos. There's just way too many. And they're looking for something that's solid. And this is really a utility or a technology run that could be created because of this mandate in March. So, I think that, I outlined it before. I think it's one of my 7 catalysts is the, is this mandate of the ISO 222s. I think that, and if you couple that with the Federal Reserve not raising interest rates in the first quarter, I think that those two things would be big catalysts. Of course, we're all praying for the war in Ukraine to end. That would be another one. Maybe Shibarium. There's rumors it might come out in January. I don't know if that's really enough to tip the scale on its own, but that would be another thing that would help trigger the bull run. And what's your so let me ask you this, Michael. Let me just ask you a straightforward, simple question. What's your opinion as to when you think the bull run might start? What's your best guess on that?
I'm thinking 2024, earliest next winter, just to be honest with you.
because of
my only estimate,
because of the recession. Is that what you're attributing the delay to?
Yeah, there's a lot of political situations too that can unfold next year that can kind of put all this on hold, if you would. But yeah, I'm thinking at most 2024. That's what I'm thinking.
Cool. Cool Cat Crypto says Stellar keeps a very low profile. Brian Dowie says, gotta love that sweet Caroline.
Oh my goodness.
She's the talk of the town, let me tell you.
And just think, I was actually going to have some Peking duck tomorrow, but okay.
Hey, here's someone I have not seen before, but welcome to Jaden. He says, hey guys, with the capital J there. If you would consider changing your avatar that speaks to something about you, maybe a hobby or something a little bit about you, so we can recognize you. And we were very grateful that you have stumbled on our show, or I'm not sure how you got here, but
Jaden.
Yeah, like Max says, drop in the comments. Let us know how you found our show, Jaden. We appreciate it. And Tim Shea saying hello, everybody. Cool Cap Crypto, Rock Girl is not family. No, that wasn't a call from the Rock Girl, but that's funny. Tim Shea, Meta Monkey AI. He's got the monkey there, the avatar. All right. Russell C. Hi, Tim. What's new? Brian Dowie, Cool Cat, XLM. Very underrated, in my opinion. So let me ask you this, Max. There's a little segue, and I want to bring Michael into this too, but why do you think that XLM, there's not a lot of news surrounding it, or why do they keep a low profile? Because I know you cover it, so I'm just kind of wondering, as you've dived into it, why is there not a lot of news surrounding that? Even though it's great technology, but what was your opinion on that?
My main answer when it comes to them is, for the longest time, I mean, this is going back at least a couple years or more. They've never been the type to, want to stand out, in the public light, if you will. They have proven time and time again that they, I guess you could say, kind of fly under the radar. How about this? So at the beginning of this year, you had the Fed recognizing, for instance, Stellar Lumens is the only official one, if you will. And even that flew under the radar. There's a few content creators that specifically covered that. Like, why aren't more people talking about this? Look at this. Here's Jerome Powell. And, basically, look at this with the Stellar Lumens and so on. Why isn't this, mainstream news? I don't know why it isn't. But my main answer to that question is, I think they know what they have. And going into the future, they feel like they're going to be more than fine. Mm-hmm. The only thing I have that's somewhat conflicting with what I just basically mentioned is when I see, for instance, Denelle Dixon, she gets on, a particular podcast and so on. Great lady, by the way. And she says, like, with all this stuff happening with FTX, why is it that our new aid initiative did get more coverage? It's like, well, you guys don't really care about some of these things, and then yet you just made this comment, but it is what it is. And I just feel as though that they're a solid quality project that is not too worried about if it trends completely, because in the end, they're going to approve with some of these, peer-to-peer payments, if you will, the cross, everything that they're doing with the cross-border payments and so on. They're going to be more than fine. So
if you're just joining us, if you would hit the like button, we have a good crowd here, 31 people. We are with Crypto Lounge, Michael with Crypto Lounge. Thank you so much again for being here, and everybody watching the show. We just want to let you know who Michael was. But Michael, what's your opinion? Do you? I know you covered some news on XRP. What's your thoughts on XRP, XLM? Are you into the ISO 222 coins?
Yeah, I used to mine. Well, yeah, I still actually do, but excuse me. I mine Stellar. I still mine it and switch trade and all that good stuff. Here's the thing about this whole situation. When you already know what's going on in the background. And Max, you just talked about it, man. Everything that they got going on is solidified. Everything's going to be implemented next year. They're entrenched. There's no need to scream, And for people who know, they know. This is one of those things. There's no hype needed for, XLM. We all know this. So there are other platforms like Algorand, XDC that can join that club. But I don't think they need to shout. I really don't. And they're very confident. I'm not going to say arrogant. They're pretty close to being arrogant if you really think about it, because I think they do need to do some type of not screaming, but just letting everybody know, hey, we're here. We're solidified. We got the backing, of the FSR. We're good. You know, just I think they should do some videos. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get a YouTube channel going with some of this really beautiful content. You know, and let everybody know, hey, this is what's coming. This is what's about to be adopted. Let's go. You know, but you know, they may not need that. I think they got a solidified platform. You know, I like Lobster, even though there's a lot of, you know, shit projects on Lobster. Lobster is a very good platform, you know, and I think it'll be more secure once all this kicks in.
Yeah, some very good points. I mean, you know, I would like to see more of what, you know, what Michael was saying and so on, but, you know, they do speak for themselves.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, technically, you could say that about ADA. Like, you wish they would, you know, be more said about them and so on. I do look at ADA also as being like one of those ones that's just is quality and is eventually going to speak for itself. My only worries is just they take a very long time doing it. But the correlation or the connection, I should say, is quality projects, and usually these particular quality projects, they don't get themselves so far out there where everybody's hyping it up and so on. I may hype it up a little bit as a content creator, right? But as far as them, you know, their particular teams, I mean, do you see Charles Hoskinson not going out there and hyping up ADA? No, he doesn't really do that. But I don't know.
Well, he's too busy pissing on XRP.
Yeah, I don't
that's
like
what
that.
He's doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But no, I get what you're saying. I mean, you know, I've always liked XLM, but I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you. This adoption this early, you know, when it comes to cross-border payments, I didn't see this coming. I figured they were going to stonewall this for years, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people. I'm sorry, Larry. I'll just say this real quick. 3 or 4 years ago, right? Yeah. So everybody thought that when you mentioned all this stuff about cross-border payments, the concept of CBDCs, the technology of, you know, what Ripple provides, Stellar, and so on. 4 years ago, that conversation, you would have been looked upon as like a nut person.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty much.
Like, oh, the same category as like UFOs or something like that. Not that I'm against that, you know what I mean?
Very
but like, you know, you're like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or something like that. But you know. And now everybody's seeing it. It's just like, holy crap, you know, it's like, what the heck is going on? What is this? This is a real thing. Yeah, it is a real thing. Watch out when that whole on-demand liquidity gets released. Watch out when Quant has all these partnerships, basically, you know, turning on the faucets, if you will, and it's all interconnected to leading back to Quant. That's what excites me. Anyway, back to you, Larry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No. Prophet has an interesting comment here. He's saying that XRP has been manipulated down the last 3 days in a row around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Interesting comment. Let's see. Crypto Smith is here. If you guys haven't seen Sean the Crypto Smith, let's put him up real quick. He was he's here yesterday. That's right, for the roundtable. So he comes on. He's going to be on again next month as well. And here he is right here. Sean.
Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. Next month is next year, technically.
Next week. Yep.
Yeah.
So
good to see you, Sean.
Cool stuff here. All right. So Daniel, don't call me Carlos Delgado. You really know your hip hop, Max.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. Oh my gosh. That's a story for another day, but yeah, I might need to make a hip hop channel because I mean, 90s hip hop, that's where it was at, man. Wu-Tang Clan, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Gangstar, Nas, AZ, you name it. Tribe Called Quest, real hip hop. As DJ Premier would say, real hip hop is not on the radio.
No, I feel you, man. I'm a 70s baby. I was born in 75, so I kind of seen it mature. So I mean, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Houdini, you know, I saw it all develop. So it's very interesting. That's whole nother video. You're right, bro.
It is. I miss that era. True lyricist.
Oh,
I just don't see that much anymore.
Any thoughts on Illuvium? Sobo wants to know, old news or worthy? I haven't looked too much into Illuvium. I believe it's a crypto game.
That's pretty nice platform. Really nice.
Any thoughts on Illuvium, Max?
I don't have no thoughts on Illuvium. Sorry.
Let's see who else is here. Abdi Mac is here. Welcome back. He says, I'm buying ALBT, XDC, and LCX.
Great choices right there.
Yep.
Grizzly Bear Greg, can you guys talk about Luna Classic and what is going on with the Terror Rebels? I have not been able to listen to what has been going on in the last 2 days. Do you have any news? I don't think there's too much going on with Luna Classic right now other than the Binance stuff, but do you have anything on Luna Classic, Max or Michael?
Yeah, you want to take this one, Mike? Are you in the Luna Classic or is it not your thing?
I watched the charts. After Doan went missing, I didn't know what was going on with that. But it seems like something else is going on. To be honest with you, there's something else in the background going on. I like the Binance situation, and of course, we want the Luna holders that got, I guess, torched. We want them to become whole again. So I'm all for that. If they can bring it back, just for the people who lost all their money, and maybe they can get some of that back, I'm all for it.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that lost a lot. It's Luna Classic is one of those tragedies in a way that has a chance to become a feel-good story if it can, make some money back for people that lost so much. But and some new people that got into it, like Max and I got in, because we weren't into it before the crash. So, all right. So thank you for your thoughts, Brian Dowie. And then Cool Cat Crypto says, "Stop fooling Larry. That was the rock girl." All right. Let's see here. Cool Cat Crypto. The Tate is that top G. Yeah. Andrew Tate. Well, like I said, I'm going to remain neutral on whether he's guilty or not of anything because I don't know all the facts. But Tim Shea, Sean, Yield Robot or Healthy Fund. I was asking Sean in there. Shaman says Greta swatted Tate. All right, maybe. Abdi Matt, free Tate. It's big news going on. We could have done a short on Andrew Tate. I was actually considering doing it, but it's not. He talks about crypto a little bit, so maybe I can kind of weave it back to crypto. All right, so MMAI website is down. Oh, it is? Maybe there's some kind of maintenance going on. Let me check that.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of maintenance.
All right, well, let me just check real quick. Maybe it's back up. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay, well, it looks different now.
Okay, we got a new, more corporate, I guess you would say. Look, it's looking good. A lot of maintenance, going on. A lot of literature too, as you can see there, Larry.
Yeah, I see that. It is totally different now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I haven't been to it in probably 2 or 3 weeks since I've been on this website, or maybe longer. Cool. It looks really nice. They gave it a facelift. It's amazing how, because it was already good before. Now it's even. It does have more of a corporate feel. You're right. Cool stuff.
No, I agree with you. I thought it was really good before, but I like this look.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, jumbo jet flying by. It's really nice.
Cool. All right, so thank you for that. So I guess it's back up, Russell C. All right, so let's see.
Just want to take a moment to recognize we have 40 people who just connected. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Crypto Talk Now with our very special guest, the star of the show, basically, Michael, the Crypto Lounge. And if anything, all we ask is that you simply hit a like, helps us get this out to more and more people to watch the show and tune in because it triggers that particular algorithm. Any questions, comments that you have, feel free to drop them. And if anything, we'll try to recognize it, especially if you have a specific question and so on. If you're new to crypto, don't feel bashful. We have a very welcoming community here at CTN. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Max. I couldn't have said that better myself. This is, again, Crypto Lounge right here. Michael has joined us, spending time with us on this beautiful Thursday evening. So thank you for being here again. Salamander Space is here. He says, hello, everyone. He's the XDC commander. Tim Shea, Russell. They are updating the main site. I believe MMAIpure.com is currently up, though. Okay, there's another website there. That would be for their Pure wallet. Okay. Did they have like a latest? Are they coming out with an update for their Pure wallet, Michael?
Well, it's not really I guess you could say it was an update. You can still download the initial release, but yeah, they're going to be periodical updates to come. There's going to be mini updates in the future. This next one is, I believe it's going to be a wallet update. I think you're right.
Russell C says, I bought $300 worth of MMAI, worth a shot. It is a low cap one. All right. So good technology, Cool Cat Crypto. Keep those filthy paws off my monkey, my MetaMonkey AI. All right. Larry, you were the OG for MetaMonkey AI. Yeah. Max and I were the first to talk about it here. Tim Shea, Russell C, the community and devs are working very hard to make it a success. Yeah, they are working hard, mainly over in South Korea. Cool Cool Cat Crypto, that ISO utility run.
Yep, you better believe it.
Maybe.
By the way,
Brian,
Cool Cat, I gotta say this. I keep forgetting this. Cool Cat, you owe it to yourself to check out my recorded video about the ERC20 misinformation. You got to check it out, my friend. You owe it to yourself. All right.
Maybe Max and Brian Dowie are correct. Maybe it does start in March, the bull run, March 20th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brian, he got the idea of putting the time in there from me, I think, because I said February 14th.
Hey, I'm with you, Brian. But
5.
here's the reality of it, right? This is crypto. So in reality, it's not going to be EST. It's going to be what? UTC. Maybe we should correct ourselves on that.
Universal time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tim
I'm
Shea.
still trying to get used to that.
Yeah, you got to go and convert it and all that, depending on where you live.
Yeah.
I commented in Ted's last live about you, but he didn't go through the chat at all. All right, Russell C, $300. Not much downside, great upside. And Brian Dowie, Cool Cat. I talked to Ted. He said he doesn't like the way you talk about Quant. I don't know who Ted is. Maybe he's another content creator. All right, so let us know who Ted is, please.
Well, isn't it Teddy Ganja?
Is that who they're? Well, and I don't think they're talking about him because he usually goes by Teddy.
Okay.
Cool Cat Crypto. I didn't FUD Quant much. Hey, here's somebody new that I haven't seen before. Welcome to Kyle. When we get on that bull run, what will XRP, XLM get to at the potential minimum, assuming they're implementing and all goes well? Whoever wants to grab that first, where do you think the price of XRP and XLM will be once we get into a bull run scenario?
Who wants to take it? Oh, you want to take it? Okay, go for it.
Well, as far as XRP, it just hinges on the courts, what's going on. There's a lot of information. I just read an article today, and we don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen there. So I think it just kind of like goes sideways, probably for the latter part of next year. I really do. No dramatic swings. I mean, I'm looking at a 33-cent XRP right now. At the most, maybe it hits 40, by next summer. I don't know. It's just so much in the air with XRP. As far as XLM, who knows, man? I mean, we already know that's going to blow up as soon as everything is set in stone, so I don't know. I got a boatload of it, so I'm just waiting myself.
So even with, for instance, the ISO mandate and, those banks basically utilizing that particular utility of the ODL, you still feel as though it's just going to stay flat?
Yeah. Well, you talking XRP?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really do, because it didn't really do very much this year. And when it did, it got shot down.
But the ODL was never, you think about this, the OD, like that tap, if you will, right? That was never fully turned on. I mean, I'm looking at it for the perspective of layman's terms, and I totally respect you, man. I mean,
listen,
but I'm just
I think it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce. Don't get me wrong. Okay. It's going to bounce. You're going to get that bounce, but I think it's going to be sustainable. I think I think it's going to be exit liquidity, if you would. When you get that bounce, people are going to pull. They're not going to just hold. They're going to take some profits, and that's when you're going to see that go sideways.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I'm looking at it from the perspective of literally like layman's terms, like a faucet, if you will. And currently speaking, we just have these little tiny droplets coming out, right? But when that full on-demand liquidity comes out, I'm looking at like a great big giant, faucet that fills up like a swimming pool. It's just gushing out. And that's what I'm looking at. Like, that's what's going to the big central banks of the world and so on. That's how we get like crazy market caps and so on. So it's like the reason why we haven't seen any of this stuff do well or have big pumps and so on is because the utility was never fully utilized. But,
No, it's going to have an effect. It's going to be positive, but I don't think, and I want it, Max. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I don't want this. I'm with you. But I don't think it's going to be sustainable. I don't think it's going to just hold for a long period of time, even when that tap is like unleashed. I don't think it's going to hold. I mean, what is your perspective on that? How long do you think that's going to actually last?
I think it lasts for a while. I think if anything, you get that utility run, it triggers a bull run because I mean, we get insane amount of volume. My thing is I go based on my own experience, and that is whenever I've seen a tremendous amount of supply and demand for anything, That is when you have something just amazing, if you
Yeah.
will. And so ones that not just, for instance, give hopium, but actually have something implemented. It's just something else. I mean, technically speaking, you can apply that to Bitcoin originally. Just,
Yeah.
you think about like the Satoshi white paper and when it was first created. I believe it was what, 07, 08 when it was first created. And then we get, for instance, to 2010. I hardly anybody's talking about Bitcoin and whatnot, but from 2010 to 2013, right? We had that big leap from, what was it like $5 and $100, and then from $100 to like 10 grand. But think about this. I mean, it was originally made, some people say it's a hedge against inflation, but it's a hedge against money printing. I don't know, man. I'm looking at like there's never been a true utility running crypto yet, because we never had these technologies fully implemented. So I'm literally saying, turn on that darn faucet. Let that crazy amount of on-demand liquidity run, not just through swimming pools, but like all the freaking pools, like all those central banks and so on.
Yeah.
And I think that would be sustainable because if anything, that incentivizes a lot of things. How about this for one? So Coochie Boy, I think I saw in the comments a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and so on. He mentioned that he thought that the incentivizing these banks to recognize this utility, that alone is huge because they don't want to get slapped with a $60 billion fee for transferring $10 trillion plus dollars. Hence why they don't get in line to do all this. But here soon, anywhere from, for instance, the start of it, end of March to 2024, 2025, I get it. That's where like some of this stuff, in my humble opinion, becomes sustainable. But I'm glad you're a fan of XRP, and I do appreciate you being objective of it, because we need people to be objective of all of this.
You know what really gets me? I talk to the local credit unions in town. Your Union Squares, your Wells Fargo credit unions, Teachers Credit Union, Farmers Credit Union. And they're very prevalent in the South, and they know nothing about this.
I know
they have no infrastructure set up at all, and that's my problem. They have no infrastructure. They don't even know how to even begin to understand this tech. So my thing is, that's the big problem. That's what kind of bothers me about it. If this is so awesome, why do these local banks don't know anything about it?
I look at it from the perspective of it depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like think about how many things are out there that are so bureaucratic, right?
Yeah.
Like let's face it, like the healthcare industry. If I go talk to, for instance, I go to my local hospital and I'm talking to him about, the IT, like a doctor who specializes in neurology, about what's going on from the, the healthcare point of view of what you guys going on with your IT infrastructure, your Cisco systems. You can be like, huh? I don't know what the heck you're talking about. But to a sense, it is kind of bureaucratic like that. You're not going to have, for instance, the average banker where he specializes in, HELOCs or 30-year fixed loans and so on. Just because he's part of the bank doesn't mean that he understands some of this high-tech stuff. You know what I mean? But I do agree that some of them do need to know at least a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the branch managers, the people who are actually doing the infrastructure, the technicians, if you would, of the banking system, the local banks. I'm talking local because we can go to the federal level and all that, but all of this is going to happen on a local level. You know what I mean? That's where the bread is, on the municipalities, on the lower levels. That's where all the huge transactions take place, on the lower level, and they kind of trickle up. They know nothing about XRP, and that's why I'm like, come on, we need to bridge that gap, but I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it. It could also, be a perfect case. It's just, it's an American thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the central banks of Europe, maybe those particular bank managers know about it and so on. And, think about this. Originally speaking, the United States was supposed to be the last to the big show when it comes to ISO. Wow, that rhymed. Not on purpose, but anyway, by 2025, and now you see things, for instance, Gilbert Verdi and Quant, basically, I just got back from the Boston area, was working with MIT on, this particular thing with what they got going on with CBDC. So it's like, okay, I guess we're now finally coming around. We'll see.
Yeah, you mentioned that CBDC. Now they know a little bit about that. That's a buzzword. When I mentioned that, that's what get the antenna up. So you know about CBDs, but you don't know about XRP and XLM. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't think it matters in the long run, Max. I really don't.
Shout out to Salamander in Space, the XDC commander. Thank you for the $2 donation. XDC and XRP and Quant are my 3 top coins.
I'm very close to that myself. Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you for the super chat, Salamander. Really appreciate it, man.
I'm going to keep going through here. I want to welcome some more people that came in. Yes, thank you, Sean. Please smash the like button. But I do want to, there's a few people here that we haven't said hello to yet, and I want to get to that. And that is one of them, Link H. Von Zeal. Hi, guys. Listening on the fly at the office. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else we didn't see here yet.
What is that?
Michael.
I always wondered, is that like a shark or something like that on his side? What is that?
Let's see. Let's go back.
Sorry.
What do you think it is?
What do you think? Let's start off with Michael.
It
What do you
looks
think
like
that
a
is, Michael?
T-Rex. That's what it looks like, a raptor or something.
Oh, you're right. You know, when I first looked at it like straight on,
Yeah.
I thought it was like a combination of like a pit bull with shark teeth. But now when you turn it from the side, from your perspective, you're right. It is a T-Rex.
It's a T-Rex.
Yeah. I immediately seen Jurassic Park when I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Crazy how our minds work.
Man of dinosaurs. Michael Montclair is here. He says, "What's up, guys? Thank you, Michael Montclair." And Wayne Side, not the wild side, but Wayne Side is here. Shib is about to come out with Shibarium. That's what they keep saying. Jerk is here. JG is here in the house. Houdini rules.
Houdini. There you go, man.
JG.
Absolutely.
Boomer F and Sooner's here. Howdy, folks. He's here.
Mr. Sooner.
Coochie Boy, of course, is here. Is there anybody else that we missed? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. XXI Gaming, thank you for being here. Yes, we did have 40 people just a little bit ago. Let's bring in a comment here. That's one we have to start talking about, Max, or look into. GBEX. I know Cool Cat mentions it every once in a while, and also XSP. Have you looked into XSP at all and GBEX a little more?
Yeah, a little bit of XSP, more into GBEX than XSP. But yeah, I mean GBEX, part of the the XTC blockchain and so on. I was thinking about doing like a short update in regards to some of these particular ones. XSwap is something I do have to. I need to take more of a deeper dive into it. I have looked into it. I'm aware of what it is about and so on. But yeah, if there's enough demand for it, I mean, you guys keep mentioning it and so on. We can definitely include it on our recorded and so on. Why not?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Crypto Bugs is in the house too. And then I'm just scanning the comments. You guys are doing a great job with a lot of comments. We'll try to get to some more of those comments. But yes, so yeah, Russell C is saying GBEX is ISO 222 compliant, and Cool Cat always talks about it. So where do you want to go from here, Max? I'm going to back up and look for some more comments while you get into like the next segment here or whatever you want to talk about next with Michael.
Yeah, I just wanted to cover a couple things. So I also want to respect those who, for instance, come from a record in regards to Quant. It's nothing like too super technical. I'm just kind of give you guys a preview of the video that's coming out in the morning. So, for instance, I was talking about the whole thing about Gilbert getting back from hanging out with some of these guys from MIT and Boston Fed and so on. But here it is. So it says that ODAT meeting that was held each week. It says, and we have separate meetings with MIT. He states it's going very well, and the scope of it is huge. Real pleasure to work with the likes of MIT and companies that are part of IETF. If you guys remember, for instance, we had that particular coverage of the MIT connection and how long that's been going on since basically summer of 2020. And then, you hear, for instance, or saw, I should say, that particular article from the Digital Pound Foundation, which, of course, even right here, it mentions on the 22nd, straight from them, the Boston Fed and MIT announced today, as in the 22nd, I should say, that Project Hamilton is now complete. The Open CBDC code base provides a resource to evaluate design choices and ensure that a potential future CBDC could serve the public interest. Now, on top of that, we got a little bit more into this. I want to show you this. So it says, for instance, Quant CEO and Digital Pound Foundation Director Gilbert Vernon is set to address global CBDC implementation. We're going to get more into that, of course, in the recorded, but I mean, think of some of the big players here: Bank of Canada, Visa, MIT, obviously Quant. And, how many times did we see basically within the last few months, those Zoom calls, if you will, Gilbert with the likes of, the CEO of Visa, CEO of MasterCard. You had, CEO of Bank of Canada, all these particular connections. It's nothing to just, like turn a blind eye and just dismiss, right? So here's a little bit more in regards to this. It says, for instance, straight from Gilbert Verdi, it says, good to be back. Yeah, good to be back. You're hanging out with the likes of the Boston Fed, MIT, and so on. It says, where we had many secure payment task force meetings, secure task force meetings, secure payments. Why? In light of everything that's looming right here soon with the regulation, you name it. It says, great discussion today on our work, digital assets, and specifically what CBDC. So, I mean, we already drew the connection. What happens from here, in my humble opinion, what happens from here is just that. You're going to have a tremendous amount of demand. We talk about the supply and demand. Those are the two key things to get your particular cryptos that you were convicted into, if you will, to really, really get going, especially when it comes to a bull run. Why would you want to accumulate when all this stuff blows its top, if you will, goes parabolic? Money is, that generational wealth, you get that by accumulating these at liquidated prices, if you will, in a bear market, whether it's QNT, XRP, XLM, XDC, ALBT, you name it. So thought I'd show you guys just a quick preview in regards to that. What are your thoughts, Michael, in regards to specifically Quant, since we basically just talked about it?
No, I mean, it looks good. Anytime you're talking with Visa, you're doing something right. You know what I mean? Because I was looking at a JP Morgan and that Bitcoin wallet that they just kind of like opened up and implemented. I don't think it's usable yet, but I mean, the adoption is coming. When you got JP Morgan, which they hate crypto, we all know what they thought about crypto 5 years ago. It's funny to see them coming into this situation, going into a Bitcoin wallet, getting ready to do that. And then you have the QNT situation. All that you just mentioned is very, very good. My thing is, do they have the users ready to go? Is the user base big enough to support that platform and what it has to offer? Because, it goes hand in hand. You got to have the user base as well. So it looks good. It looks like the engine is ready to go. It's well oiled, well greased. It looks good.
Yeah, it does.
But are there users? We need the users too. There's another aspect of it that has to be solidified, and that is that user base.
Let's bring in a comment from Daniel Delgado. Okay, guys, give me your one big mid and one microcap gem from your point of view. So, Michael, if you want to go first, can you give us a small microcap? Well, I guess you could say MetaMonkey. Give us one other than MetaMonkey.
Man, honestly, I'll be honest with you. MetaMonkey is the only one that's really sticking out to me as well. I'd be lying to you if I brought anything up that's even close to, because I just would be it'd be dishonest. MetaMonkey, that's the only one I would be comfortable saying. You know what I mean? Just because of what I know about it and what's behind it, I have to say MetaMonkey. And what was the other one? Micro Gem?
Like you could give us a mid cap one, like a larger cap, or a mid cap, one that's a little bit bigger that you like.
Well, I love this. Now I love blockchain, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Apex is a gasless blockchain platform, and I love the way they figured that out. Anytime you could conjure up a blockchain and make it gasless, I'm all for it. I want to see how it works. I want to see how you're going to implement it, and I want to see how the developers are going to actually build on it. And it's called Apex, and I'm really digging that as well.
Okay, cool. We'll have to check out that one. I guess, Max, can you give us a micro gem? And then also he's looking for a mid cap. Anyone you want to throw out there, a couple, go right ahead.
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to actually say Volt. You talk about the ISOs quite a bit. I do feel as though it's the last great meme coin. No, I'm not being paid by Volt to say that. In any way, shape, or form. I'm just looking at perspective that I legitimately think it is going to be. As far as the whole talk about, some of these projects not lasting 5 years and so on. Okay, I still think there's money to be made in 2023 and 2024. I'm looking at it from an opportunity perspective. Another one I think is an easy 10x in a bull market. I stated this before a few times, and that is Tectonic, believe it or not, on the Kronos blockchain. Some of the the staking incentives they have simply make sense. We did see, for instance, in the past how well that did. late 2021 and so on. And yeah, I see them definitely erasing another zero again in the future when we get that bull run. Look more into the tokenomics for yourself. That very well could happen. I'm not saying for anybody to go out there and spend like 10 grand on it. I mean, that's to me, that'd be more of a gamble. If you have the money and the means, like a grand, yeah, I see that becoming like, a 10x from there. I think I even broke down the particular figures, based on the time being of the market. It's fluctuated since then and so on. But yeah, at these prices, I think that's a great opportunity. I've covered Clearpool countless times, like 35 plus videos for them. I feel as though that they really just fly under the radar because there's just not enough people talking about them.
Yeah.
But that one, I mean, come on, man, from the ICO to where it was at, was it 39 cents and then went up to like $2.47 in 2.5 weeks. What they're doing in DeFi, it just really stands out for me. And on top of it, I will always state this, and I'll wrap this up, and that is to have, for instance, a big powerhouse of, for instance, that was it Jasmine, right? Not Jasmine, but anyway, a particular Wall Street company, one of the biggest ones to get into DeFi, to get into crypto, and they specifically picked Clearpool. That really was like, man, that pounded it home for me, and what they provide to venture capitalist groups and so on to do just that, raise capital. They raise a lot of money with these particular liquidity pools, whether it's permissionless and so on. Just be out on the lookout for them in the future for a bull run. They'll do some big things. They're not doing it in a bear market, but they've had moments. And again, it's dirt cheap right now. I mean, we're looking at like under 4 cents. So
I think one to look out for is brought to us through Tim Shea, and that's ALBT. Definitely around a $10 million market cap. Not really, I guess, a micro cap. Depends on what your definition is of a micro. And this one's nearly not a mid cap, but one that we don't talk about a lot too much anymore, because I want to try to give you one that's not an ISO, because of course we all believe in the ISOs, right? But I think Polygon Matic is going to do great things in the bull run. I think with their partnerships they have with Disney and things like that. I think, it is ranked number 10. It's a large cap, but I think Polygon is maybe even a little bit underrated, even though it's ranked number 10. I think not enough people, realize the potential of it. And I just think that that's one to keep on people's radar. I do still have a good bag of that. Brian Dowie. All right, so let's see here.
Hey, Larry, I'd like to sneak one in,
Sure.
if you let me.
Sure.
Robo Inu. This is a very, very underrated situation. And I'd like to just slide that in there because they're creating a wallet that's going to be its own, I guess, if you would, a type of a cross-border payments wallet. That is a very sneaky project. I just want to sneak that in there. Robo Inu.
Max and I looked into that. Yeah, we were looked into that last year. We haven't heard much about Robo Inu in a long time.
I remember one of their devs, was it Miss V, came from Saitama originally.
Yeah. They got a lot of ex-Google developers that are working on that. I think Sony developers too, but very smart development team. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got into them, I think, at the beginning of this year. I bought a bag of it. I didn't buy like 2 bags of it and so on, but yeah, I definitely remember them, and I've been watching them. There was some recent pumps within the last couple of weeks that were pretty significant.
Oh yeah, they got some good news. I think they dropped the Inu. So they're probably upset when we said Robo Inu. I think it's a Robo Finance or something like that, but it's very underrated. Yeah, it's very underrated.
Yeah, it still says Robo Inu Finance RBIF, but maybe officially they did basically just that. I bought this back on actually March 13th. Wow, and I bought $100 bag, nothing too significant. Yeah.
We've got 42 beautiful people in here, guys. If you would hit the like button, we're having a great show here. Eddie T says, I support MMAI and Volt. Use Volti Change to buy more MMAI the other day. That's good to know that MetaMonkey is on Volt eChange through Volt. GBEX and XSP. How about this for MetaMonkey? Since you're plugged in, Michael, with MetaMonkey, do they have any big exchange announcements in the works? Are they looking to get on some big exchanges soon?
That is going to be later in the ball game. I mean, there's so much going on the development side. You have the L2 construction ongoing. Pure Wallet is like 100% top priority right now because that is the core. There's going to be the actual core part of the project. Everything is basically built around that wallet. So that is 100% all hands on deck with that situation. But I don't think it'll be any problem getting this on any exchanges at all.
Cool.
Just going through. Here's one that we don't talk about enough too. Gala. That's one that we haven't looked up in a long time. Max, I'm kind of curious to see where Gala is. I think I'm going to type it in over here on my screen because I'm wondering what price level it's at right now. Have you looked into Gala in a long time? Either you two guys?
Yeah, I absolutely love Gala. I think they're getting into the movies. They're doing movies now.
Oh, really?
That's what I hear. They got a production studio, something like that. I heard some.
That sounds cool.
No, they're doing a lot of good stuff, man. I love Gala. Well, I'm a gamer. That's my first love. So,
yeah, same here. What are you, a console gamer or PC?
Yeah, PC, bro.
Really? Nice, man.
Ever since I built my first one, I've been hooked. I threw away the Xbox and the PlayStation. You know, I'm all about the PC, bro.
That's awesome, man. Same here, man. I've been running my own gaming community for the last almost 21 years. January 23rd will be our 21st anniversary. So.
Awesome, man.
All the way down to 1.6 cents. Wow, I remember I had some Gala. I made money with it last year. I bought some, sold some, bought some, sold some. I went in and out of Gala like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I can't believe how far down it is. But Gala might be one to keep on your radar to pick up.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
It's a great time to buy that, man. You know, the market it's really bad. A lot of blue chips, a lot of great projects, man. They are on a budget binge. Let me tell you. You can get a lot of great projects that you couldn't get, in January, February of this year. You can get them for dirt cheap right now.
Yeah, that's true. Like Avalanche, Solana. I know Solana takes a lot of criticism, but I mean, I'm also looking at it from perspective. If it crashed more, I probably would pick up a bag of it.
Oh, yeah.
XXI Gaming says, if it wasn't for CTN, I wouldn't know about MMAI. Thanks, Larry and Max. And thank you for that support.
You're welcome, XXI. Thank you, man.
So you guys are both gamers. So what's your favorite game, PC game to play, Michael?
I absolutely love World of Tanks. I love strategy-based games, strategic stuff. So I'm a big fan of World of Tanks. I love Warframe. Big on a couple of sports, obviously, all the NBA and the NFL games, soccer games, things of that nature. But I love World of Tanks. I love that.
Cool. Yeah, I play War Thunder once in a while, which is made by them as well.
Yeah, it's a really good one too.
Is there one crypto game that stands out, being that you're a gamer, Michael? Is there one crypto game that stands out to you? I mean, we had Axie Infinity. From a gaming perspective, I guess it's not, the best, but is there one game that stands out to you that to keep an eye on that's going to be something that people are going to enjoy playing, a crypto game?
Well, Illuvium, once they get everything deployed. It's a very complicated platform, but I like Illuvium, and I love Crypto Pets as well.
Crypto Pets.
Yeah. You have a couple more too. Satoki. I like Satoki. I love what they're going. I love that whole team there. I like that whole concept too as well. There's really 3: Satoki's, Remnants of the Night, Crypto Pets, and the Illuvium.
Let me ask you this, Michael. Have you tried any crypto games, if you will, off of the Clayton blockchain? And if so, which ones stood out?
Nah, I haven't. I obviously Gala, the ones that I mentioned. There's another sleeper one too. It's called Playable Games. I don't know if you guys know about this one. This is very under the radar as well. There are actually game nodes available. I think you can get a game node for like $4,500 right now. They're like I think 4,000 left. Very underrated situation. It's almost like Gala. It's probably the only one that's kind of similar to Gala right now that no one's talking about. But that particular platform you just mentioned, I have no clue about. Love to hear about it.
Yeah, it's considered like a gaming blockchain, if you will. And I reported it back on like October 13th, put out a price alert, and that thing went up from like 13 cents to like 28 cents. Of course, it's crashed way down. It's kind of close to that original price, but I think the Clayton blockchain is pretty solid. You can actually buy Clay in itself, as in like the native token of that, or native coin, if you will, of that particular blockchain. But there's a lot of different projects that are on the Google Play Store and even the Apple iStore that are built off of that. So I don't know, just wondering if you were looking.
No, I'm about to look into that. That sounds like a winner. If they have,
they got some games that are very similar to some popular games that like we've seen. That I can't remember what it is, but remember that one that Arnold Schwarzenegger used to always came on TV.
I know he's doing a lot of World of Tank commercials recently.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. Actually, he was on the Christmas season. They have a season download for the Christmas special, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was all over the game. He was all over it.
Huh.
Nice.
Interesting. Here's a question for you guys. Salamander in Space says, do you think now that SBF, Sammy, is no longer manipulating crypto, that could potentially cause the bull run? Maybe with all the manipulation going on, that might have suppressed the market. I mean, I think there's a lot of macro stuff going on as well. I don't think it was just, the manipulation, but do you think that that's going to be something that is going to help out triggering the bull run? That's what Salamander's asking here.
It's interesting. I read an article just recently about SBF. When he was in his holding cell, he was actually talking to Robinhood. He was actually having discussions with Robinhood executives when he was in his holding cell. I don't know if he was trying to buy him out, but I don't know. That is a very strange situation. With him being out in Alameda, I mean, I don't know. It can be still, functioning. If he can make deals while in a holding cell, who knows what's going on, right? So
that's crazy.
I don't. Yeah. I just seen that article. It was kind of crazy. I think the manipulation runs way deeper than SBF and Alameda. So I mean, we could probably see this on into the future, well into the future. It's bigger.
Let's give a shout out to Big Watch Dude. He's here. He says, "What's up, Max, Larry, CTN family," and also Michael is here as well. So thank you for being here, Big Watch Dude.
Hey, Big Watch Dude.
But yeah, a lot of people talking about GBEX in the comments here. How much do you invest in GBEX? Here's somebody new, Mass Debater.
Oh my God.
This is probably Michael Cornwell in disguise. You got me again there, Michael. As I was starting to go through the second word, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just.
I mean, can you imagine if I would have been, done the stereotypical thing, like, never seen you before, Mass, whatever. Consider changing your avatar to something that speaks more about who you are or what you're all about. No, thank you. Don't do that. Don't want to visualize that.
Yeah, he had an agenda the whole time. That was a fresh account. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him today."
Yeah, got him.
Great show. Just found it. It's got to be Michael Cornwell. Brian Dowie, Russell C. You shouldn't ask people how much they invested. Okay.
I got to ask you real quick, Michael. I know we're getting through some of the comments. Any chance you were into first-person shooters back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, the game that started my game community, and to me, my humble opinion, the greatest first-person shooter I've ever played in my life, where I had the most amount of fun with, like my gaming clan, and I met a lot of these guys from it. Was Medal of Honor Allied Assault from 2002.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Play that one?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude, I'm a 70s
baby,
bro.
Mad respect to you, brother. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I'm a huge fan of Contra. Every single volume of that. You know what I mean? And that kind of like snowballed into what we see now. You know, especially on
those games were great back then, man. Ninja Gaiden and all those
But no, the one you just mentioned, 100%, brother. Yep.
I appreciate that. Yeah. There's little things, man. The open and closed doors. Somebody's camping on the opposite side up on the bridge map. And he's up there and he's sniping all the guys down by the bridge on the objective mode. And you kind of go sneak in there and then you pull out your hand grenade. And you do the underhand toss with the right click. You hold it, you know what I mean? And then you close the door and it blows up in the room. Oh, God, it was so satisfying.
Yeah. It's so different now. All the technology now, and you're looking at like the newest installation of the modern warfare. There's so much going on. You're talking about Thunder. What was it? The other World of Tanks franchise? Yeah, Battlefield. You play Battlefield?
Yeah, I play Battlefield. My whole gaming channel was like so many videos on Battlefield. It's DPGmaximus. So, do you ever play Battlefield 5 by any chance?
No, I didn't get that far. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get that far.
I still play Battlefield 5, and I did some coverage of some really hard planes to use, but yeah, I still play it, man.
Yeah.
Here's a question. This is probably going to go to Max. From Daniel, don't call me Carlos Delgado. I know it's early. However, if you have to pick an ISO, which one will have the best staking rewards or rates? I guess he says, but I think he means rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an idea about that one, Max?
Currently speaking, or in the future?
I think he probably means in the future.
Oh, in the future, I would have to go with XRP, but that's
XRP.
way down the future.
I think it would have to be Algorand for me.
Oh yeah, you talked about it on the show last time I
Yeah.
was with you with the Coinbase wallet. Yeah,
Yes.
you and Daniel were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you're already getting over 5% right now. Can you imagine what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's auto staking too.
Daniel, go with what Michael mentioned. If you're on the short term, but in the long term, Crypto Lulu talked about and so on. Like, even if we only got 5%, you know, some people are talking about like anywhere from 5, 10, 15% when this thing, like, you know, this is where people are talking about like, don't sell your XRP, you live off the interest, but that is way further down the road.
Yeah.
But for the short term, yeah, go with what Michael was talking about.
April Cornwell is here. Welcome back. Mrs. Michael April Cornwell just dropping by to say, hey, thank you for being here.
Yeah, hey.
From Mr. MD. How about Galactic Quadrant GQ? Yeah, you guys have an opinion on that one? I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
Okay, we'll just skip through that one then. You'll have to let us know more about that. And don't change whatever you do, Mr. MD. Do not change your avatar to something that speaks of your username. Do not do that.
Yeah, we don't want to know more about who you are and what that's all about. So
we do not want to see the actual the profile picture. We don't want
we don't want the graphic on that one.
This is crypto talk now, not produce talk now. So anyway.
Apparently saying that Gala is having issues with a hack at the moment. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I saw a little bit about that. I don't know though. You know, I'm still trying to get into that.
Coochie Boy says a lot of projects can't pay their bills and won't be here next year.
Very true. Very true.
As they sell off tokens to pay bills, prices will drop farther. Good point.
Yep.
Russell C says MNW Morpheus Network will give VeChain a run for their money.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, if anything, to me, they trend more too. You know, VeChain is just, they need to get with it. I mean, they promised for the longest time, literally over 2 years now, of having that vision of having this particular utility, a mechanism in place that's going to scan a particular barcode to verify, you know, if your Air Jordans are real, or your PlayStation is real, or your Rolex, whatever the case be. And that is the main thing that sticks out with them, and it's still not here.
Yeah.
Crypto McDizzle says, laugh out loud. It's not me. So maybe it isn't Michael Cornwell. All right. So he's saying hello. Brian, even if they say he's in prison, you'd have to prove it to me. All right. Well, let's see here.
Yeah,
Mr.
MW2 was great.
saying,
I saw that comment. MW2 is great. You can't just go dismiss that.
Yeah. No, that was a very good. Very good.
It was, but here's what. Hey, you're a PC gamer. How about this? You can remember this. Freaking Activision. What's his name? What's that guy? He was the community leader. I forgot the guy's name. But anyway, when they announced IWNet and took a complete dump on the freaking PC gaming community that got Call of Duty on the map and dropped support of dedicated servers and mod files, that just ticked me off even to this day. That set the standard, and then Battlefield went that way, and all these other AAA developers went that way, and it literally became the slow death even on my community. There's a few of us around, but we never thrived like we did back in the days with all that server support, man. You can relate to that.
Yeah, no, I get you. I hate when they kill the mods. You get so used to the modifications, and then they just don't work. You cut your platform on, and they don't work. You have to pull them off, you know.
Did you play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare when it came out?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Well, we developed a mod. It's called NW4MP. By the way, people can see it on my gaming channel, DPGmaximus. Type in NW4MP. At one point, when we were fully done developing that mod, late 2011, we added, for instance, 18 new kill streaks. 18. The game came
Wow.
with 3. We had 50 new weapons. All right. And on top of that, we had support of over 500 custom maps. We did all our own custom textures. So instead of going to a brown, bland desert, you had it looked like you were in a tropical paradise all the time.
Damn.
People absolutely loved it. And if anything, when those other games came out after NW2 and so on, NW3 and whatnot, by that time, people were like, I'm going back to this because you guys basically like gave new replayability. At one point, listen to this, Michael, we had 460,000 users worldwide for that mod. And I was so impressed with those numbers. I took a screenshot and had proof and everything. And in 2015, I met up with 2 venture panels to pitch a game idea. But the only problem was they went for my idea, by the way, but one of them wanted 85% of the profits. This was at the time of Unreal Engine, not even Unreal Engine 5, it was Unreal Engine 4. And 5% of that royalty fee had to go to Epic Games. And I was like, that leaves me 10%. You take 85% of profits. I'm like, I'm not going to even make McDonald's wages. So I didn't go.
Bro, that's normal. Unfortunately, that's normal. That's the way they do business. It's crazy.
Well, I said to myself, there's going to be something else further down the way. And if anything, I'm going to find out what that is. And it ended up being crypto. And I first got bit by the crypto bug, 10K to 120K. And I said in the future, when I become a crypto multimillionaire or maybe possibly a billionaire, I'm going to revisit making my game. I mean, that's my dream. And I'm going to go with it, man. And now that you're a PC gamer, how about this?
Oh, yeah.
I'll invite you to my private alpha someday. Anyway.
Hey, sign me up, man. Sign me up.
I appreciate it.
No, that's unfortunate, man. Yeah, just don't stop. Just keep going. And like you said, you get the capital behind you, you can go in it independently, and it's a whole better deal.
Yeah, it's something I'm passionate about, man. I just didn't want to give them all. And then the other one was 65%, but they want to do a forced buyout option on the contract after a year. As we know, on a triple A game, even Call of Duty, that's 1 year. They put out a game. Battlefield is 2 years. I'm not going to be a triple A game, a low budget game. Freaking want me out in a year? I was like, forget it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Big watch dude is saying hello to Michael from Crypto Lounge. Just wanted to point that out. And
what's going on, brother?
Salamander in space with the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Here's a question for Michael. Michael, do you think JP Morgan Chase invested with FTX? There are many companies not wanting to be known as investors with FTX. What do you think? And also, he wants to, there's a second question. He wants to know what you think of XDC. But if you want to take that first question and answer that one, please.
No, I was talking about this recently. There's a lot of victims, I guess I would say, that are very embarrassed about being ensnared and basically tricked by this whole outfit. And I don't want to say it's Caroline by herself, but as she said, she was taking orders. But this is what we're getting. So, yeah, of course. But I think JP's set up to take these type of losses. So I think they're going to be okay. They're not going to be hurting like the rest of them. I mean, XDC, absolutely. They're right on line with Ripple, Algorand, and they're going to reap the benefits big time. Yeah.
And then what are your thoughts, Michael, on XDC? Do you have any thoughts on those? Have you looked into XDC?
Yeah, that's what I said at the end of that. It was XDC. I think they're right in par, right in the same block as Ripple, Algorand. Yeah, they're right there. They're right there.
Okay. I think he's having a little bit of a delay, so sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, and I'm also looking at these comments here.
That's okay.
I apologize. You did answer that one.
We appreciate it, Salamander, with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Let's say hello to Chaka Crypto is here. Crypto Lounge, hands down. Your setup is crisp as hell. I love it. Thank you for being here again, Chaka.
Thank you, Chaka.
And let's say hello to Joyce. Finally got here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, Joyce.
Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, Chaka. Good to see you.
Holy crap. Jake Paul is here. If this is really you, Jake, I challenge you to a home run derby because your baseball swing is not good. I know I could defeat you. I don't want to fight you with a boxing match, but I will beat you in a home run derby match.
Hey,
Jake Paul official is here.
I think CoffeeZilla is waiting on that phone call, Jake. Just saying, brother.
Well, no. Oh, look at that. Did he want to fight? No, I'm not going to fight. You're a little younger than me. And if I was about 10 years younger, I would probably fight you. But
what?
Yeah, if I was 10 years younger.
Why do I get the feeling that Jake Paul official is the same guy that was the Charles Barkley account a while back?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Probably good stuff. But yeah, glad everybody is here. I'm going to try to go back and pick out another comment. I guess I'll pick out one from here from Mr. MD. Pi Network. I've been seeing some articles on Pi Network.
Yeah.
Is going to be is going on a mad run at the moment. Current price is up 252%. Wow. 46.14. I know that Pi, there's a lot of people involved with it. It's been around for a long time. But you guys have any thoughts on Pi Network?
Yeah, I don't. I think I've seen some info on that about trading was disabled. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but that looks, that is wow, 252%.
Yeah, that's getting to the where things are parabolic, but that's
yeah.
really
I don't
impressive.
like that word, Max. I don't.
Like,
I run when I hear that word. I run away.
Really? That's what happened to me last year in Shiba Inu, and I ran right towards it, and I did real well.
Well, that's Shiba. That's Shiba, but I don't know anything about this one.
Michael Montclair is here's an interesting comment. He's saying Algorand and Al Gore and company. Any coincidence? That's the first time I've seen that.
Oh no, I don't know.
That's the first time I ever heard anything of that.
Yeah, last time I saw an Al Gore bumper sticker, it made me think, and it didn't even say Al Gore. It said Guck4, and I was like, oh boy, okay.
Chaka Crypto saying Larry Max Crypto Lounge, what's up, guys? Sorry I couldn't make it Wednesday. Been super busy as of late. Well, we'd love to have you on another day. Just message me on Twitter and let me know what night you want to come on. We should ask Michael.
On, man.
Yeah,
Crypto Squares.
Yeah, Michael, you have a hard time. You can't come on Wednesday nights, can you? Right, because of work.
Yeah, I mean, I could actually, the background noise, that diesel, you'd be hearing the diesel and I'd be rolling. It'd probably be a lot of background noise. I mean, I guess I could try it. It wouldn't be a visual, because I'd be in a truck. It'd be dark. So I think it'd be best. Mondays and Sundays are my best days,
Okay.
Get some good quality feed for you guys.
Cool. Well, Max, you want to tell them what we're doing next Wednesday? Tell Michael what we're having, and maybe another time. We might switch it to a different day because we're still going to have the roundtable. But tell Michael what we're doing and everybody in the audience.
Yeah, Michael, you're born before I am, and so on. So if anything, you do remember this. I don't mean this in a bad way. And that is basically, remember the Hollywood squares?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So look at these squares on the screen. Right. So for the longest time, we wanted to basically develop like a game, and then we thought it's gonna be too much of an investment. You know what I mean? Like trying to like make it like an actual crypto video game. So I was like, you know what? How many times have you gone maybe to a friend's house that had like a really cool board game like Catan or I don't know, some of these other ones, what's it called? Cash Flow, or just a fun game with board game with your friends. So I thought, you know what, we want to have the audience interact with this. So we're going to do our own version. It's not going to be 100%, Hollywood squares, but it's going to be based off of that. But it's going to be like these frames you see here. Larry will be the host and so on. We'll ask crypto related shows. Maybe where the frame of where Patches is at, like maybe we have something that kind of keeps the score, or we have somebody that's like a moderator normally, but we pick a person to be the moderator to keep the score on that particular chart right there where Patches is at. It'll be a really fun thing. I don't know if you use StreamYard, but you have up to 10 people on StreamYard. So think of this Hollywood squares, if you remember. 3 on the top, 3 in the middle, 3 on the bottom. So that would be perfect. So we are trying to get as many people as we can. It'll be a fun thing. Instead of just talking about crypto, we could implement crypto and then take people from the audience and so on. And just it'll be a fun, awesome game to play.
No, I like it. I like it.
It's probably going to be a
some
hybrid.
Like prizes in the mix. Maybe we get some giveaways too as well.
Yeah. We're going to probably have to make it like modify it a lot to. We're taking a concept of Hollywood squares, but we'll probably have to modify it. Maybe it'll be a mixture of a few different type of game shows, but we think it would be fun to kind of play
the crypto
kind of
squares
game on here. Yeah,
there you go. I like that.
CTN crypto squares. Yep. Let's say a few people here that just joined us. David, he's vaulted. He's a Maui dragon, and that's probably his avatar too. Yeah, he's got a vaulted.
Oh, I like that sombrero. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
thank you for joining us, David.
And somebody else just joined us here, I think, or maybe not. Was there somebody? Oh, yeah, here it is. For none. Thank you for being here. I haven't seen you here before. Will Quant see any bull run soon? it's been trading sideways for 24 hours. I guess he's
24 hours.
asking if it's going to go on a run. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are you a swing trader? That's my main thing. So, I mean, when you mention like 24 hours, that hints to me that you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just for me personally, I'm not into quant for the short term. How about you, Michael? Do you see anything with that?
Nah, I mean, it's very healthy. We always like it when it's going sideways. Some call it consolidation. I mean, we like sideways.
You're right.
trading,
Sideways. Yeah. Consolidation is good because if anything, it shows the strength of your
absolutely
your digital assets.
Mhm.
Right?
I mean, that's good. I think that's good. As far as a dramatic, pump where you can take profits, nah. I think, like you said, Max, this is one where you just you buy it up to your comfortable status. You just put it away and you go pay attention to something else, and you just let this cook. It's kind of like a slow brew. You know what I mean? You just let it cook.
Exactly. It's like our second shot at Bitcoin. I keep telling people that. I'm literally looking at perspective. It's kind of like the price of Bitcoin back in 2013, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you're getting into this roughly around the $100+ range. You let it cook.
Yeah.
That's where you get the term nest egg. You're literally sitting on it.
Absolutely. I come from the stock market, so I'm comfortable with that. But of course, you got to make sure you do your research and make sure you're not invested in some BS. Keep it light. That way you can let it cook, and you're not the way you can sleep. You know what I mean? Because things are handled properly, and you're going to reap the benefits pretty soon. But on this, because see, if you get too shaky with quant, you're going to pull out when you should, and you're going to lose your position. Just let it cook, man. When you see these dips, add to your position. That's when you buy more.
Yep.
Crypto McDizzle has a good comment here. ISO 222. We are all waiting for clarity for the institutional to jump in the cause that we won't know till we do. The court is manipulated for institutions. So yeah, we need that clarity from the regulation standpoint. We have to get this SEC case over with. But it looks like, the thing to keep in mind that people might not even think too much about is once the SEC case is over with XRP, that doesn't mean that there won't be another one after it. They might go after Ethereum or somebody else or a bunch of them. So we might be stuck in litigation for a long time with a bunch of different cryptos. But yeah, Patches. Yeah, we got to figure out. Patches isn't doing much in the Hollywood squares, but we'll put the scoreboard over where he is. He can kind of hold it up with his tail or something. Let's see here. Yeah, they're volted up in here. Coochie Boy's here saying that SHIB may be Shibarium. I guess he's saying. I guess Shibarium is all that SHIB needs in 2023.
Yeah.
We were talking about consolidation earlier, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I tell people. Like in 2021, I literally sat on SHIB from May of 2021 to basically like October and so on. So I saw like 5 or 6 months of just complete sideways consolidation. And like so many people were like so upset about it. And as time went on, I said to myself, you know what, this is actually really a good thing because it's holding that. And then, of course, as we know, that was the standout big player of the year of 2021. So,
yeah. No, I made some nice money off SHIB, and I was in it way before Shiba Swap was even being talked about. I was in it. I think the Coinbase pump. I think that's what did it for a lot. Everybody saw that Coinbase. Remember when they got listed on Coinbase? Shortly after that.
Yeah, that really. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
After that, everybody's like, I got to take profits. And that's when you've seen the exodus, and I think that was a good time to take profits too. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely.
Here's Brian Dowie's got a good comment. Grab Quant and wait 5 years and be happy about it.
Yeah,
send me a Christmas present.
Yeah,
that's how you do it, Brian.
Here's one from the Grand Debater.
There you go.
Oh no,
Max, you want to read that comment?
Yeah, the former Playboy of crypto is not going to comment on this particular
I'm not going to read that.
So, what the?
This guy right here.
All right, so don't pull out too early, guys. Every girl will tell you that when it comes to your crypto.
Okay. Thank you.
Listen, the embedded message, I get it, brother. He's right about that.
Yeah, I read it, but then I added a little.
That's good. You cleaned it up for us. All right. Thank you.
You did a good job, bro.
If you're holding ISO, she really won't let you. Okay. Holding strong on most assets I believe in.
Oh my
Brian
gosh,
Dowie.
I love how he like highlights certain areas like holding strong.
I think it's making our mind dirty, you know. It's those old
Oh,
HBO.
man, I feel like I have to take I gotta take a shower after this show. This is the first time.
That or go buy some produce, like some cucumbers or eggplants or something. Like horrible.
Terrible.
You just know he's on his like 20th beer.
It's like zucchini talk now. Like, how do we get there? I want to go eat a burger. I don't want to think about all these. Never mind.
Brian Dowie says by then it may be another chain and Cool Cat can grab some. Oh, he's talking about is that what's going to happen to Quant, Max? It's going to go to a different chain, do you think, at some point?
Okay, I'll just state this again. Cool Cat and everybody else, check out that recorded Quant video addressing the whole misinformation in regards to it's Quant's an ERC20 token. I'm gonna get slapped with a bunch of gas fees. I'll just give you the quick gist. You can check it out later if you want. What happens is it kicks in a mechanism in which it converts it to a QRC20 token, and you don't get hit with that darn gas fee. So there's that. And oh, by the way, check out the other one in regards to Leo X, the first QRC20 token to be listed on what? LCX. And that was from who? Quant. Yes, I do feel bullish on it. I don't like the idea. It feels like a pre-sale, though. They stated that officially it's not. So
another comment from the big debater. Any views on XRP payments, guys? So is XRP going to try to compete with XLM on the retail side? Is that what?
Yeah, I'm going to do a video about it. Yeah, they have a Visa, the thing that came out recently with the whole Visa thing. Did you see that, Mike? I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, I've been, I've been really looking at your videos, bro, and you're on top of it, doing a great job on that, bro. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, I think it's going to be a neck and neck race, actually. But I'm thinking that XRP is going to win that, bro. Hands down. It's going to be a very good race.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's been all this talk for all this time, right? Like even within the last few recent weeks, it's just like XRP, the bank-to-bank payments, cross-border payments. XLM is right there with them, but that's the retail side of things. For instance, the peer-to-peer. But now you see the whole talk of that particular Visa partnership and so on with XRP or Ripple, I should say, and it's just like, oh, we're competing now. We really are competing now.
Yeah,
I guess we are. So, but I still think holding both is great. Kind of like holding a lot of these different ISOs are great. Yeah, some of them technically or unofficially speaking kind of compete with each other and so on. I've heard people say, well, Constellation DEG, they're technically military grade blockchain, the Air Force connection and so on. And I'm thinking, well, oh yeah, XDC is military grade blockchain, unofficially speaking, blockchain 4.0. But I don't look at it from that perspective of like tribalism with the ISOs. Like that just, nah. I just look at it like each one has their own utility, brings something unique to the table. And if anything, if XRP becomes, goes into the retail side of things too, then so be it.
Actually, I think there's a lot of room for it all. Healthy competition, because I think the user base is vast. There's billions and trillions of users that are going to be available, for these platforms. I think that it's enough room for the healthy competition. So I can't wait to see it actually happen, Max. But I don't know. I love healthy competition.
I do too. I think it's good. I know I
mentioned for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know I mentioned that. With Quant, for instance, is like a monopoly, but in reality, I don't know who was on a show yesterday pointed this out. In reality, somebody else could come and do that. Yeah. But I just don't see that happening anytime soon. But if anything, I think Quant or some of these other guys do welcome the competition. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, we've been going for over an hour and a half. It's been a great show. I want to start to wrap things up here. We again want to thank Michael for joining us from Crypto Lounge. I have you up on the screen here, your YouTube channel. If you want to just kind of wrap things up by just telling us anything, any type of announcement you'd like to make about your channel or MetaMonkey or anything you want to mention before we wrap up.
No, I appreciate the finally, I know we've been trying to schedule this one. I'm so happy I was actually off today and I actually got to come on with you guys. I love the show and I really appreciate the time, man. And guys, just, of course, the MetaMonkey, get to know it. And I have to preach this, do your own research. you want to compile your research with what you hear, from guys like me, Max, Larry, and the other cryptocurrency situations that you see on YouTube, and just compile, the two and make a proper decision, guys. But MetaMonkey is a very good platform. You guys know Steve Rocket Crypto, very stand-up dude, knows his stuff. He knows what to do and what not to do, at this point in time. The history. So Bull Run Crypto is a very, very cool project as well. XRP, Max, you see Max videos, beautiful videos on all that cross-border payment situation.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just, guys, just be careful. Right now, you can get, caught up in a lot of BS. So just be careful, do your research, and find some of those blue chips that you wanted in January and get into them because they're very cheap.
Well, thank you again, Michael, for being here. And then Max, I'll let you have the last word and then we'll close.
All I can say is, it's been really nice. This is the second time I've been on screen with Michael, aka the Crypto Lounge. The last time was with Daniel Gayton on his particular show. We also had Worldwide Crypto, Wadi, and a few others there. But it was really cool having you here again. We look forward to having you just that again, hopefully for maybe like the Crypto Squares or just, being a guest to talk about, maybe some new recent events and so on. But to everybody else that's watching, of course, be on the lookout for some more quant coverage, XLM, XRP. We're going to obviously do some updates in regards to ALBT. Shout to my host. I'm the co-host, the main guy of Crypto Talk Now, who started this from late 2021, I want to say.
October 21. Yeah,
which is Larry. Yeah, so he did, for instance, a few recent quick reviews. He did one on IOTA. He did Casper. What was the other one you did earlier today?
We did one on Algorand and also
HBAR.
Yeah, HBAR.
Yeah. So I promised everybody I would do a deep dive basically in regards to HBAR. I definitely will. But yeah, guys, everybody who is new to us, can't thank you guys especially enough for tuning into us on a regular basis and so on. We'll do our best to cover some of the hot topics, the news, and if anything, give you guys educational content. I try to do the deep dives. Larry obviously does the quick reviews, and he's doing a really good job in regards to that, and as well as the shorts. And we love connecting with people like good quality content creators like Crypto Lounge. Please follow this brother. Show him some love. I think he does a really good job with his coverage. He speaks very well. He's very passionate about crypto. Either, like, comment, or subscribe on his particular channel. You can follow him on Twitter. You want to go ahead and tell him what your Twitter is real quick, Michael?
Yeah, it's at Crypto Interface. That'll be the Twitter there, at Crypto Interface. And Larry, I want to tell you, man, I remember when you uploaded your first video, brother. You've come a long way, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow. So you saw me way back then in October?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yep. Cool. That's really good to know. That's kind of cool.
That was Larry's 104th subscriber, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but something like that. Yeah.
Can you give me your Twitter again? I want to try to type it in here, please.
It's at Crypto Interface.
Crypto, and then it's all one word?
Yeah, interface. There you go. It just popped up there.
Ah, here it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, I am following you. Okay, here it is on the screen here at Crypto Interface. So you remember my first video. That's really cool. I did not know that you've been following me that long. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. You were on top of that, Satama. You were giving some really quality information too. Because there was a lot of BS out there. So yeah, I was plugged in, man. You were giving it straight out information. So
well, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much again for being here, and Max as well. Patches for sleeping. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be good and be safe.
Over and out, guys. Take it easy.